Thank you, Brother Hill. I don't know what to say. I'm just thankful to the Lord for the privilege to have served Him with World Mission Appointment for 46 years. And that's the only thing I know. But the first time I heard that expression of the Great Commission and closure used in the same sentence was Dr. Howard Foltz. I went to a special class in Regency. My life was drastically transformed. To the fact that 2,000 years, and there's all these people out there that have never heard the gospel. Can I just be plain, please? And our focus, and our attention, and our money, and our interest was not there. I'm sorry, but it was not there.
Sure.
I'm not trying to throw stones at anybody.
It's the truth.
If it hadn't been for that experience with me, I would have been satisfied to routinely do what I was doing, I guess. We first chose 10. We investigated. We chose 10 groups that were reachable by Church of God, where we already had somebody on the field who was interested in them, where so we had a close by church or something like that. We chose those 10, and it didn't take us long to reach those. You mentioned that I served in Latin America that's where I started in 1968. I was a young overseer in Honduras in 1974. Brother Wade Horton sent me a note one day when he was general overseer, commending me for all the churches we had started. In that territory of Honduras, we started with double the number of churches in 4 years. When Brother Horton sent me that note, rapidly I had to write him back and say, "No, Brother Horton, I didn't do this. It was the pastors with a vision, with a heart. They would go, they might have to go to a different place for whatever reason, but if there's not a Church of God there, if there was not a pastor, if a member went to another place, the member would start a church. I didn't start one church. I started one church in 4 years with a plan. I was so busy trying to keep up with what they were doing in providing and training the pastors and the leaders.
Right.
This has to get down to the roots.
Help us.
It's not done with a conference, and thank the Lord for those. It's not done with that's contribute.
Sure.
But somehow or other, it has to get down into the roots,
right,
into the soul of our churches and our heart and the vision of God. And we come up. We need to ask ourselves the question: God, what do you want? What does God want?
Yeah.
God wants His harvest reaped.
Yeah.
Why did Jesus come? To fulfill what God wants.
That's right.
Why this whole thing, our church, why does it exist? Why are we called to the ministry? What is it all about? It's what God wants.
Yeah.
And the simplest way I can put it, God wants His harvest reaped.
Amen.
I think I've said enough.
Well, you're messing with me.